So this is the given beam. We will be solving by using slope deflection method. As usual, the first step for solving the slope deflection moment distribution method problem is to calculate the fixed end moment. These are the steps given for moment distribution method. So first we will be calculating the fixed end moment developed in your beam, considering each span as a separate span and all the joints are fixed joints. So step number one, calculate fixed end moment. Calculate the fixed end moment. So for MFAB, the fixed end moment is given by the formula. Okay, I have already given you the formulas, standard formulas. This is given by plus MB into thrice A minus L. MB into thrice A minus L divided by L square. Okay, just a minute. This MFAB, this is given by MB into thrice A minus L divided by L square. So put the values here. We have MB, that is moment acting here, that will be 24 kilonewton meter. B is 2.5 meter, A is 1.5 meter here. So into 3 into 1.5 minus 4 divided by 4 square. So this is equal to 1.875. This is equal to 1.875 kilonewton meter. This is equal to 1.875 kilonewton meters. Okay. MFBA, that is fixed end moment BA, this is given by the formula. Okay, again it will be plus. Okay, this will be MA into thrice B minus L divided by L square, because a moment is acting on the span. Okay, so this is equal to 24 is the moment acting multiplied by A is 1.5 into 3 into 2.5, that is B, minus 4 divided by L square, that is 4 square. So this will be equal to 7.875 kilonewton meter. Okay, MFBC, this is equal to MFBC, that is fixed end moment BC. This is given by M by 4 because it is acting at the mid span. So this is equal to, we have M is equal to 32 kilonewton meter. 32 divided by 4, that will be equal to 8 kilonewton meter. And MFCB, this will be again given by M by 4. This will be again given by M by 4, that is 32 divided by 4. This is equal to 8 kilonewton meter. Now final fixed end moment, that is for CD, MFCD, this is equal to, it is given by minus WAB square upon L square. So minus WAB square upon L square, we have W is equal to 36, so minus 36, A is equal to 1 into B is equal to 2 square divided by 3 square. So this is given equal to minus 16 kilonewton meter. And MFDC is equal to plus WA square B divided by L square. So this is equal to 36 1 square into 2 divided by 3 square. So this will be equal to 8 kilonewton meter. So we have calculated the fixed end moment for every span. Okay, step number 2, you can see here, step number 2 is calculate the distribution factor. Step number 2 is to calculate the distribution factor. So we'll calculate the distribution factors now. Okay, I'll copy this Just a minute. Okay, just a minute. Okay, so we have to calculate the distribution factor. We have to calculate the distribution factor now. Okay, so for calculating the distribution factor, okay, for calculating the distribution factor, consider step number 2. Step 2, calculate distribution factor. Calculate distribution factor. Okay, to calculate the distribution factor, draw this table for joint, member, stiffness, summation, just a minute. Stiffness, then we have summation of stiffness, summation k, and last distribution factor. This distribution factor, this is equal to ki divided by summation k. This stiffness will be ki. Okay, draw a table like this. Sorry. Okay, so we'll be calculating the distribution factor. Okay, so we have two joints here, that is joint B. At this joint B, you can see at this particular joint B, two members are meeting, that is BA and BC. So write down here BA and BC like this. Now second joint is a C joint. At this particular joint C, we know that two members are meeting, that is CB and CB and CD. Okay, close this table. Okay, so now to calculate the stiffness, distribution factor, to calculate the distribution factor, okay, for BA the stiffness will be 4 EI upon L. For BA the stiffness will be 4 EI upon L. So 4 EI upon L. So this is equal to 4 EI divided by span. Here the span is 4 meters. So this stiffness will be equal to EI. Stiffness will be equal to EI. For BC again, the stiffness is again given by 4 EI upon L. 4 EI upon L. So this is equal to 4 EI divided by 4. So this is equal to again EI. The stiffness will be EI. Summation of K, that is equal to EI plus EI. EI plus EI. So this is equal to twice EI. This is equal to twice EI. This is equal to twice EI. Okay, so we have calculated the summation of stiffness. Therefore distribution factor for BA, this will be equal to Ki divided by summation K. So we have Ki is equal to EI divided by twice EI. So this is equal to 0.5. 0.5 will be the distribution factor for BA. Similarly for BC, this will be again EI divided by twice EI. So this is equal to again 0.5. It will be again equal to 0.5. Next we will be calculating the distribution factor for CB. Next we will be calculating the distribution factor for CB. Now for CB, the stiffness is again calculated by using 4EI upon L. 4EI upon L. So this is equal to 4EI, and the span is again 4 meters. So this will be again equal to EI. The stiffness for CB will be equal to EI. But for CD, you can see here this particular end support D is a hinged support or a simple support. So as per this particular rule, if we are having the end support as a simple support or a hinge support, then the stiffness K is given by this particular formula. K is equal to 3EI upon L. Okay, so as per this rule, we will be taking for CD, we will be taking the stiffness as 3EI upon L. Okay, so for stiffness for CD will be equal to 3EI upon L. Why we are taking 3EI upon L? Because this particular for span CD, the end support D is a hinge support or a simple support. Therefore, we are taking the stiffness as 3EI upon L. So this is equal to 3EI divided by span is 3 meter. So this will be equal to again EI. This will be again equal to EI. Sum of stiffness, this will be EI plus EI, that is EI plus EI. So this is equal to twice EI. Similarly, the distribution factor for CB will be K divided by summation K, that is EI divided by twice EI. So this is equal to 0.5. This distribution factor is 0.5, and for CD again this will be EI divided by twice EI. So this is again equal to 0.5. So all the distribution factor are 0.5 only. Okay. Now next step is balancing of joints and carryovering. Okay, next step is balancing of joints and carryovering. Okay, and after every balancing and carryover, what we will be doing? We will check whether the unbalanced moment is negligible or not. If the unbalanced moment is not negligible, then we will again go for balancing carryover. Okay, this procedure will be repeated till the unbalanced moment are negligible. Okay, and at the end what we will be doing? We will be summing all the moment of every particular column. Okay, so this is how the moment distribution problems are solved. Okay, so next step what we will be doing? We will be doing the moment distribution, or we will be drawing the moment distribution table. Okay, this is your problem. Okay, or otherwise I'll take this on new page. Okay, okay, this is our problem. And next step is step number 3. Moment distribution table. Okay, so for moment distribution table, we have to draw a table like this: joint, member, joint, then we have member, then we have distribution factor. So I will write down DF, distribution factor, and then fixed end moment, then fixed or I'll write down fixed end moment, that is FEM, fixed end moment. Okay, and then draw the table. Okay, now we are having at joint A, we are having members as A and AB only. Okay, at joint B, we are having two members, that is BA and BC. At this joint C, we are having two members, that is CB and CD, and at joint D, we are having only one member, that is DC. Okay. Okay. Now next, distribution factor. We will write down the distribution factor calculated. All the distribution factor are 0.5 only, or all the distribution factors are 0.5 only. Okay, so write down the distribution factors here. So here 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. Okay, now write down the fixed end moment in this particular row. Write down the fixed end moment in this particular row. We have already calculated for MFAB is 1.875, 1.875, MFBA is 7.875, MFBC is 8, MFCB is 8, MFCD is minus 16, and DC is 8, and MFDC, this is 8. Okay, yeah, this is like this. Okay, now we have to do the balancing of moment. Now you can see here, at this particular joint D, okay, there is some unbalanced moment of 8 kilonewton, positive 8 kilonewton meter is there. But as we know that at any simple support or a hinged support, the final end moment will be 0. The final end moment at any fixed support or any hinge support or a simple support, this will be 0. Therefore we will be having an unbalanced moment of 8 kilonewton meter here. So we have to balance this. Okay, so what we will be doing, we will balance will be balance. Okay, balance or balancing. Okay, balancing hinge. Okay, balancing hinge or simple support. So for balancing this particular hinge or simple support, what we will be doing, we will be applying balancing moment of minus 8 kilonewton meter here. Okay, why we are applying minus 8 kilonewton meter balancing moment? Because at this end support it is a simple support, and at simple support the final end moment must be 0, always, because it won't be resisting any moment. Therefore we are applying a balancing moment of minus 8 kilonewton meter here. Okay, as we are applying some balancing moment here, half of this particular moment will be transferred here. This is called as carryover. So what we will be doing, carryover. Okay, so half of this moment will be transferred to this end, and this will be minus 4. Draw one horizontal line, here. Okay, and then write down the revised fixed end moment. So write down revised fixed end moment. Now we will be getting the revised fixed end moment. This will be 1.875, 7.875, 8, 8 minus 16 minus 4, this will be minus C. At this particular support D, this is a simple support, therefore the final end moment here will be 0. Final here end moment here at joint D, this will be 0. So these are our revised fixed end moment. These are our revised fixed end moment. Okay. Now from here, from this step, now we will be doing the balancing and carryover of moment. Balancing and carryover of moments. Okay. So next step will be balancing. Next step will be balancing. Okay. Next step is balancing. So for balancing, what we will be doing? We will be applying balancing moment wherever there is an unbalanced moment is available. Now this moment 1.875 will be self balanced because this particular support A, here, this is a fixed support and it is a self balancing support. Okay. Here at this joint B, we will be having total unbalanced moment of 7.80 at this joint B will be having total unbalanced moment of 7.875 plus 8. 7.875 plus 8, this will be the total unbalanced moment. Okay. So we have to apply unbalanced moment with opposite side. Okay. This will be equal to 15. This will be equal to 15.875. This will be the unbalanced moment here. This will be the unbalanced moment here. So apply an unbalancing moment. Apply a balancing moment of minus. What we'll be doing? We'll be applying balancing moment of minus 15.875 at this particular joint B. At this particular joint B, and this minus 15.875. This will be shared by two members, that is BA and BC, BA and BC, BA and BC, in proportion of their distribution factor, that is 50% will be shared here because the distribution factor is 0.5. So for BA, this will be equal to minus 15.875 into minus 15.875 into 0.5. So this will be equal to, we'll write down here minus 7.94. Similarly for BC, this will be again equal to minus 15.875 into 0.5 So this will be again equal to minus 7.94. Okay. At this joint C here, at this particular joint C here, you can see the total unbalanced moment. The total unbalanced moment is 8 kilonewton meter. 8 kilonewton meter. Okay. Total unbalanced, sorry. There was, okay, here this was minus 20. I think this was deleted during some operations. Okay. This was minus 20 because this minus 16 minus 4, this will be minus 20. Okay. So here the total unbalancing moment at this joint C, this will be 8 minus 20. So total unbalanced moment will be minus 12. So what we will be doing? We will be applying a balancing moment of plus 12. We will be applying total balancing moment of plus 12, and this will be shared by, this 12 balancing moment will be shared by CB and CD. How much it will be shared? This will be plus 12 into 0.5, that is 6. Okay. So this for CD it will be 6. Similarly for here also 12 into 0.5, because 0.5 is this distribution factor for CD. So this is equal to 6. Okay. So this will be 6. So this is balancing. Next step will be carryover. Okay. Next step is carryover. Now for carryover, what we will be doing? We will be carryovering half of this moment from joint B to A. This will be equal to, half means minus 3.97. This will be minus 3.97. half of this moment will be transferred to CB, this will be minus 3.97. half of this moment will be transferred to BC, so this will be 3. Here now you can see no moment will be transferred to D, no moment will be transferred to D, because this particular support D, this particular support D is a simple support, okay. This particular support D is a simple support, therefore no moment is transferred here, okay. So just draw one horizontal line here again, okay. Okay, next step will be again balancing, because we are again having some unbalancing moments here. We are having some, okay, sorry, here it was 3, okay. We are again having some unbalanced moment of 3 here and minus 3.97 here. So again we will be doing balancing. So next step will be again balancing, okay. Next step will be balancing. So here this 3 moment is there, so 3 will be shared by BA and BC in proportion multiplied by 0.5. so this will be but the sign will be different, so minus 1.5 here, minus 1.5 here. Now this moment of minus 3.97, this moment of minus 3.97, this will be shared by CB and CD, but the sign will be different. So this minus 3.97 will be shared by 50% by CB and 50% by CD. Why 50%? Because the distribution factor here it is 0.5, okay. This distribution factor is 0.5, so multiply this with 0.5, so this will be my 1.985 and 1.985, okay. Next step will be carryover, okay. Next step will be carryover. So half of this moment will be transferred here, so this will be minus 0.75, half of this moment will be transferred here, this will be again minus 0.75, half of this moment will be transferred here, so this will be 0.99, okay. This moment will not be transferred, because this support D is a simple support. Again draw one horizontal line, okay. You can see here again we are having some unbalanced moment, of 0.99 at B and minus 0.75 at C, therefore again we will be going for balancing. So balance, here again we will be going for balancing, okay. This 0.99, this moment will be shared by this 0.99 here at this joint B, this will be shared by BA, how much it will be? It will be 0.99 multiplied by distribution factor is 0.5 and this is equal to 0.495, but this should be negative, the sign should be negative, so this will be minus 0.495, okay, and here again minus 0.495 because the distribution factor is same. Now this minus 0.75, this will be shared by CB and CD, only sign will be different and it will be in proportion of distribution factor, so plus 0.75 into 0.5, so this is equal to 0.375, so here we will be having 0.375, here again we will be having 0.375 because the distribution factor is same. Again go for carryover, so half of this moment will be transferred here, so this will be minus 0.25, half of this moment will be transferred here or carry over here, this will be again 0.25, that is minus, half of this moment will be transferred here, so it will be 0.19, okay. So this carryover is done. Now next step, you can again see you can again see we are again having unbalanced moment of 0.19 and minus 0.25 at joint B and C, okay, which is not yet negligible. So again we have to go for balancing. So again go for balancing, okay, again go for balancing. So this 0.19, this will be shared by BA and BC, this will be shared by BA and BC in proportion of their distribution factor. So 0.19, this will be shared by BA. How much it will be? It will be minus 0.19 into 0.5. So this is equal to minus 0.095, 0.095. So write down here minus 0.095. okay, here again we will be having minus 0.095. this 0.25, this minus 0.25, it will be balanced by a moment of 0.25. this will be balanced by a moment of 0.25 and it will be shared by CB. it will be 0.25 into 0.5. this is distribution factor, so this will be equal to 0.125. okay, so we'll write down 0.125 here. Again this will be 0.125 because the distribution factor are same. Next step will be again carry over. It will be again carry over. Okay, it will be carry over. So half of this moment will be transferred here, half of this moment will be transferred here. So this will be minus 0.0475. half of this moment will be transferred here, so this will be minus 0.0475. okay, half of this moment will be transferred here, so this will be 0.0625. okay, so this is how carryover is done. Now you can see we are having these moments, unbalanced moment, as negligible. These moments are negligible, but the step is carryover, but we are in a step of carryovering. okay, therefore we cannot complete the problem or end the problem here. We have to go for a balancing again, because the problem can be completed at the stage of balancing only, so we'll again go for balancing. So again go for balancing, balance this moment of 0.625 with a balancing moment of minus 0.625 and distribute this among the BA and BC. So this 0.625 will be balanced by a moment of minus 0.625 and it will be shared in by BA equal to minus 0.625 into 0.5. this is the distribution factor. So this will be equal to minus 0.031. So this will be 0.031. okay, it will be again 0.031. this minus 0.0475 will be balanced by a moment of plus 0.0475 and it will be shared by
sir
yeah,
ते 0.0625 आहे.
okay. So here again this 0.0475 will be balanced by a positive moment of plus 0.0475 and it will be shared by CB and CD. So CB will share 0.0475 into 0.5. So this will be equal to 0 plus 0.023. So 0.023. here we'll again get 0.023 and here we'll finish. okay, here we'll be finishing. okay, so final step will be calculate the final end moment. We'll be calculating the final end moment here. okay, final end moment. okay, so how we'll be calculating the final end moment? okay, for calculating the final end moment we have to sum all these values from this revised fixed end moment. value. We have to add from this to this. Okay, so we'll get the final end moment for AB. We'll be getting the final end moment for AB. Then for calculating the final end moment for BA, we have to add from this revised fixed end moment to this fixed end moment moments. Okay, we have to add some here. We'll be getting the final end moment for BA. Similarly for BC, again we will have to add all these moments from this revised. Okay, in this case you have to keep in mind, we have to add these moments from this revised fixed end moment, so this final end moment, these final end moments, these will be for AB. For AB it will be minus 3.14 kilonewton meter. For BA it will be minus 2.181. For BC it will be plus 2.181. For CB it will be 11.49. For CD it will be minus 11.49, and here you can see this is 0 only, therefore it will be 0 for DC. Okay, these are your final fixed end moments, these are your final fixed end moment values. Okay, these are your final fixed end moment value, and the last step will be last but one step will be to calculate the free end moments. Okay, to calculate the free end moment, we will have to calculate the free end moment. Okay, just a minute, copy this. Now we will require the bending moment, our beam diagram. So we'll copy this from here. Yeah. So this is our diagram. Okay, now we have to draw the bending moment diagram. Okay, so for drawing the bending moment diagram, draw the reference line, then we have to draw the free bending moment values. So for a beam subjected to some moment or couple, then the bending moment value will be something like this. The bending moment diagram will be something, free bending moment diagram, this will be something like this. This value, this will be MB divided by L, and this comes out to be MB is 24 divided by L is 4 meters. So this will be M into B, this will be M into B divided by L. We have M is equal to 24 into B is 2.5 divided by 4. So this will be equal to 15. Similarly, this will be MA divided by L. This comes out to be 9. Okay, I'll directly write down the values now. Okay, now for this, for span BC, the value will be M by 2. This will be M by 2 because it is acting at the mid span. And this will be something like this. This will be a straight line. This will be a straight line. Okay, so this will be M divided by 2. So this is equal to 16. We have M is equal to 32, so this will be 16. This will be again M divided by 2. Okay, now finally we have to draw the free bending moment diagram for this span CD. Okay, so this will be a triangular diagram. This will be a triangular shape, and the final bending moment value for this will be WAB divided by L. So this will comes out to be 11.49. Now over this we have to draw the fixed end moment values. Now you can see for AB we are having minus 3.14. so minus means we have to draw on the negative face, so it will be minus 3.14 like this. Okay, then we have minus 2.181, so minus, therefore we have to draw on this face, that is on anti-clockwise face or negative face. Okay, so this will be somewhere here. Okay, this point will be somewhere here. Join these 2 points, okay, this value, this will be 2.181. Okay, here again for BC, okay, I'll write, yeah, this is A, this is your B, this is your C. Sorry, there was some mistake, it was not supposed to join here. Okay, it will be somewhere here. Okay, it will be somewhere here. Okay, and then join this, because this is our point B, our point B is here, C is here, and D is here. So join these 2 points. Okay, so this is 2.181. Okay, now for BC the bending moment value is plus 2.181, so we have to draw this on clockwise face. Okay, now okay, now we'll draw the bending moment value. For this BC portion. Okay, now for BC portion the bending moment will be this is plus 2.181, so we have to draw this on clockwise face. It is already drawn. Okay, so no need to redraw. We are having for CB it is 11.49, and it is positive, therefore we have to draw this on the clockwise face here. Okay, on the clockwise face here, so draw this 11.49, here. Okay, draw this 11.49 here, and join these 2 points, like this. Okay, this 11.49 was to be written here only. Okay, next for CD we know that this particular, for this moment, okay, for CD it is negative 11.49, so we have to draw on the anti-clockwise face, which is already drawn, and at this point for DC we are having zero bending moment, so just draw this point. This is your negative bending moment values, these are your negative bending moment values. Okay, and okay, so this will be your effective bending moment values. Okay, this will be your effective bending moment. Okay, this will be your effective bending moment. Okay, this will be effective bending moment. Okay, this will be effective bending moment, and this will be effective bending. So this is the final bending moment diagram for this particular beam. This is your bending moment diagram.